You lie down and your brain turns on. The emails you forgot to answer, the conversation that didn't go well, the thing you said wrong, the thing you should have done differently. Your body is exhausted, but your mind won't stop. You check the time, 11 p.m. You close your eyes, you check again, 1 a.m. And when the alarm goes off, it feels like you barely slept at all. Sound familiar? Here is the thing. This isn't insomnia. This isn't anxiety. This is cortisol. Your body is still in stress mode when it should be in recovery mode. And in Japan, they figured out how to fix this centuries ago. Not with medication, not with supplements, with a routine. I tested this Japanese evening routine for 30 days. I changed nothing about my diet or exercise. I just followed 7 simple practices every night. The result? I fell asleep 40 minutes faster. I stopped waking up at 3 a.m., and my morning energy was higher than it had been in years. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to drop your cortisol and get the deepest sleep of your life, using practices that have been proven by both ancient tradition and modern science. I spent 30 days testing this Japanese evening routine. I am not a good sleeper, or at least I was not. I used to lie in bed for hours, my mind racing through every mistake I had made that day and everything I needed to do tomorrow. I tried melatonin. I tried white noise. I tried sleep apps. Nothing worked consistently. Then I learned about the Japanese approach to evenings. Not a single magic bullet, but a sequence of small practices designed to systematically lower cortisol. I decided to try it for 30 days. Every night, I followed the same 7 steps, no exceptions. After 1 week, I noticed I was falling asleep about 15 minutes faster. After 2 weeks, I stopped waking up in the middle of the night. After 30 days, I was asleep within 15 minutes of putting my head on the pillow. My sleep tracker showed my deep sleep had increased by 35%. No medication, no supplements, just a different evening. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to do it too. But first, let me ask you something. Do you lie in bed with your mind racing? Do you check the time multiple times before falling asleep? Do you wake up in the middle of the night and struggle to fall back asleep? Do you feel exhausted in the morning, even after a full night in bed? Have you tried everything but still cannot sleep? If you answered yes to any of these, you do not have a sleep problem. You have a cortisol problem, and the solution is not more pills. It is a different evening. Here is what most people do not understand about why you cannot sleep. Cortisol is your stress hormone. In the morning, it should be high. It wakes you up, gets you going, prepares you for the day. That is the cortisol awakening response. But in the evening, cortisol should drop significantly, so your body can shift into recovery mode. Melatonin should rise, your heart rate should slow, your core temperature should drop, your brain should start clearing out metabolic waste. For most people, cortisol does not drop in the evening. Why? Because your evenings are filled with stimulation. Bright screens, stressful news, work emails at 9 p.m., arguments, loud music, overstimulating content. Every one of these sends a signal to your nervous system. Stay alert, stay ready. It is not safe to rest yet, and your body listens. So you lie down exhausted, but your cortisol is still high, and sleep does not come. A study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that individuals with elevated evening cortisol took 45% longer to fall asleep and had 30% less deep sleep. You are not broken. Your nervous system is just stuck in the wrong mode. In Japan, evenings are designed to do the opposite, to systematically drop cortisol, to signal safety, to prepare the body and mind for deep, restorative sleep. Here are the 7 practices that make up the Japanese night routine. Practice number 1, early dinner. In Japan, dinner happens early, around 6 or 7 p.m., and after that, nothing. Why? Because digestion is work. When you eat late, your body is still processing food while you are trying to sleep. Your core temperature stays elevated, your metabolism stays active, your organs are working overtime, and all of that keeps cortisol elevated. But when you stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed, your body has time to finish digestion, your temperature starts to drop, your metabolism slows, and that drop in temperature is a powerful signal. It tells your brain, time to sleep. A study from the journal Sleep found that eating within 3 hours of bedtime increased cortisol levels and reduced sleep efficiency by 20%. Think about it. Have you ever eaten a huge meal late at night and then slept terribly? That is why. Your body was too busy working to rest. So try this. Move dinner earlier, just 30 minutes earlier than usual. Notice what happens to your sleep. Practice number 2. Hot bath, not shower. In Japan, this is non-negotiable. The afuro, the ritual evening bath, hot water every single night. But here is the science, and it is counterintuitive. A hot bath does not make you sleep because it relaxes you. Well, it does, but that is not the main reason. It makes you sleep because of what happens after. When you get into hot water, your core body temperature rises. Then when you get out, it drops rapidly. And that rapid temperature drop is the signal your brain has been waiting for. It triggers melatonin release. It activates your sleep drive. It tells your body, time to shut down. Researchers recommend getting out of the bath 60 to 90 minutes before bed. That is when the temperature drop peaks. And that is when sleep comes easiest. A study from the Journal of Sleep Research found that taking a hot bath 90 minutes before bed reduced the time to fall asleep by 36% and increased deep sleep by 28%. In Japan, this is not a luxury. It is part of the rhythm, as natural as brushing your teeth. Practice number 3. Dim the lights. In Japan, evenings are soft. Warm lighting, candles, shoji screens filtering light gently, not bright overhead lights blasting at full power until midnight. Why does this matter? Because your brain uses light to decide what time it is. Bright blue light says morning. Warm dim light says evening. When your lights are bright all evening, your brain thinks it is still daytime. So it keeps producing cortisol and delays melatonin. Most people go from bright screens to bed and wonder why they cannot fall asleep. It is because their brain genuinely does not know it is nighttime. But when you dim the lights 2 hours before bed, something shifts. Melatonin starts rising, cortisol starts dropping. Your body enters the transition to sleep mode. This is free, it takes zero effort, and it works. A study from Harvard Medical School found that dimming lights 2 hours before bed increased melatonin production by 50% and reduced evening cortisol by 22%. So tonight, 2 hours before bed, dim every light in your home. Switch off overhead lights. Use lamps. Lower the brightness on your screens. Watch what happens. Practice number 4. Digital sunset. No screens 60 minutes before bed. In Japan, evenings are analog. Reading, conversation, quiet reflection. Now, you might be thinking, I cannot do that. I need to wind down with Netflix. Here is the truth. Netflix is not winding down. Netflix is stimulation. Every episode ends with a cliffhanger. Every notification demands your attention. Every scroll shows something designed to keep you engaged. Your nervous system does not know it is entertainment. It processes it as real information, real emotion, real stress, and cortisol stays high. But when you put down the screen 60 minutes before bed, your brain gets time to decompress, to process the day, to transition naturally towards sleep. You do not have to do nothing. Read a physical book, journal, stretch. Listen to calm music, just nothing with a screen. A study from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that participants who avoided screens for 1 hour before bed fell asleep 46% faster and had 33% more deep sleep. Within a few nights, you will start feeling naturally sleepy at the same time. Your circadian rhythm resets. Your melatonin rises at the right time because your brain finally got the signal it needed. Practice number 5. Evening walk. In Japan, this is called yoru no sampo, the night walk, not exercise. Just a gentle stroll 10 to 20 minutes after dinner. Why? Because walking after dinner does 2 things. First, it helps digest your meal. It moves food through your system, prevents that heavy, bloated feeling that keeps you awake. Second, it naturally lowers cortisol. The combination of gentle movement, cool air, and nature signals your nervous system to relax. A study from the Journal of Environmental Psychology found that a 15-minute evening walk reduced cortisol levels by 21% and improved sleep quality by 35%. In Japan, this is cultural. Families walking together after dinner, not rushing, not exercising, just moving gently through the neighborhood. This is not about fitness, it is about transition, moving from the busyness of the day into the quiet of the night. So tonight after dinner, go for a short walk. Leave your phone at home or at least in your pocket. Just walk and breathe and let the day dissolve. Practice number 6. Read a physical book. In Japan, reading is deeply embedded in the culture. Japan has one of the highest literacy rates in the world. Bookstores are everywhere. Reading on the train is the norm. And before bed, many Japanese people read, not on a phone or tablet, a physical book. Why? Because reading does something specific. It transfers your mental focus from your own thoughts to someone else's world. Your mind stops replaying the day. It stops worrying about tomorrow. It enters the story. And that shift is deeply relaxing. A study from the University of Sussex found that reading for just 6 minutes reduces stress by 68%. That is more than listening to music, more than walking, more than drinking tea. Your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, your cortisol drops. But it has to be a physical book, not your phone, not a tablet, because screens bring light, and light fights melatonin. So tonight, pick up a physical book. 15 to 20 minutes before bed. Notice how different you feel when you finally close your eyes. Practice number 7, gratitude. In Japan, there is a concept called kansha, deep appreciation, thankfulness. Not just for the big things, but for the small ones. The meal that was warm, the train that came on time, the sunlight through the window. And before bed, many Japanese people take a moment, just a few minutes, to reflect on what went well, not what went wrong, not what they need to fix, what they are grateful for. Why does this matter for sleep? Because gratitude activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, the opposite of fight or flight. When you focus on what is good, your body releases oxytocin and serotonin. Both reduce cortisol. Both promote sleep. A study from the Journal of Psychosomatic Research found that a 5-minute gratitude practice before bed reduced cortisol levels by 23% and improved sleep quality by 27%. And here is the key. This is not forced positivity. It is not about pretending everything is fine. It is about deliberately shifting your attention from the problems of the day to the gifts of the day, because both exist always. And which one you focus on before sleep determines the state of your nervous system as you drift off. So tonight, before you close your eyes, think of 3 things. Just 3. That went well today. Small things count. They count most. Notice how different it feels to fall asleep with gratitude instead of worry. Now let me tell you about the 5 most common mistakes people make in the evening that spike cortisol and ruin sleep. Mistake number 1. Eating late. A large meal within 2 hours of bed keeps your core temperature high and your digestive system active. Both keep cortisol elevated. Stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to sleep. Mistake number 2. Using bright lights after sunset. Overhead lights, especially LED and fluorescent lights, mimic daylight. Your brain does not know the difference. Switch to lamps, dimmers, or candles after dinner. Mistake number 3. Scrolling in bed. The bed should be for sleep and intimacy only. When you scroll in bed, you train your brain that the bed is a place of stimulation, not rest. Keep your phone out of the bedroom if you can. Mistake number 4. Exercising intensely in the evening. High-intensity exercise raises cortisol and core body temperature. Both make it harder to fall asleep. Save intense workouts for morning or afternoon. Evening is for gentle movement only. Mistake number 5. Worrying in bed. If you cannot fall asleep, do not lie there stressing. Get up, go to another room, read a book, do something calming. Return to bed only when you feel sleepy. Lying awake in bed trains your brain to associate the bed with frustration. Now let me answer the 5 most common questions people ask about the Japanese night routine. Question 1. How long until I see results? Most people notice they fall asleep faster within 3 days. Significant reduction in night wakings within 2 weeks. Full improvement in deep sleep within 4 weeks. Be consistent. The first few nights may feel strange. That is normal. Question 2. What if I cannot take a bath? A hot shower works almost as well, but the effect is smaller because the heat is less sustained. If you only have a shower, take a long hot shower, then step out and let your body cool down naturally. That still triggers the temperature drop. Question 3. What if I work night shifts? Shift work disrupts your circadian rhythm. These practices still work, but you need to adapt them to your schedule. Create a consistent pre-sleep routine no matter what time you sleep. Darkness, cool temperature, and no screens still matter. Question 4. Can I combine these practices? Yes. In fact, they work best together. Early dinner, then evening walk, then hot bath, then dim lights, then reading, then gratitude. That sequence takes about 2 hours. It is a ritual. And rituals are more powerful than isolated actions. Question 5. What if I have a medical condition like heart problems? Hot baths can affect blood pressure and heart rate. If you have cardiovascular disease, consult your doctor before taking very hot baths. Also, if you have diabetes or neuropathy, be careful with water temperature. Always prioritize safety. Now let me give you a practical 10-step evening protocol to drop cortisol and increase deep sleep. Step 1. Set a regular bedtime. Your body craves consistency. Go to bed at the same time every night, even on weekends. Step 2. Eat dinner by 7 p.m. Finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Step 3. After dinner, go for a 10 to 15-minute gentle walk. No phone. Just walk. Step 4. When you return, dim every light in your home. Use lamps or candles. No overhead lights. Step 5. Prepare a hot bath. Water temperature should be between 102 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Soak for 15 to 20 minutes. Step 6. Get out of the bath 60 to 90 minutes before your bedtime. This timing is critical for the temperature drop. Step 7. No screens. Put your phone in another room or on silent. No TV, no tablet, no laptop. Step C. Read a physical book for 20 to 30 minutes. Fiction works best because it transports your mind. Step 9. After reading, write down 3 things you are grateful for from today. Keep a small notebook by your bed. Step 10. Get into bed. Keep the room completely dark and cool, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. If you are not sleepy within 20 minutes, get up and read until you feel tired. Let me quickly recap the 7 practices, the 5 mistakes, the 5 questions, and the 10 steps, the 7 practices. Early dinner, hot bath, dim lights, digital sunset, evening walk, reading a physical book, gratitude. The 5 mistakes, eating late, bright lights, scrolling in bed, intense evening exercise, worrying in bed. The 5 questions, timeline, days to weeks, no bath, hot shower, night shifts, adapt, combining practices, yes, medical conditions. Consult doctor. The 10 steps, set bedtime, dinner by 7 p.m., evening walk, dim lights, hot bath, time bath, 90 min before bed, no screens, read physical book, write gratitude, cool dark room. Here is why this routine works. Every step does one thing. It drops cortisol. Early dinner drops digestive cortisol. Hot bath drops thermal cortisol. Dim lights drop visual cortisol. Digital sunset drops stimulation cortisol. Evening walk drops physical cortisol. Reading drops mental cortisol. Gratitude drops emotional cortisol. You are not forcing sleep. You are removing what is blocking it. Because sleep is not something you do, it is something you allow. And when cortisol drops, sleep comes naturally every single time. You do not have bad sleep because something is wrong with you. You have bad sleep because your evenings are designed to keep you awake. Bright lights, stimulating screens, late meals, no transition, no stillness. Your body does not know it is time to rest. But when you give it the signals it needs, everything changes. Hot bath, dim lights, put down screens, take a short walk, read a physical book, practice gratitude. You do not need all 7 at once. Pick one. Start tonight. Let it become part of your rhythm. Because sleep is not a reward for being tired enough. It is a result of being safe enough. And when your body feels safe, it rests deeply. If this video changed how you think about sleep, hit like so Winds of Thought can bring you more science of the body you inhabit. And comment below. What is the one thing that keeps you awake at night? Is it your phone? Late meals? A racing mind? Share below. Your answer helps me know what to cover next. Says this video to someone who needs to hear it. Your friend who complains about being tired all the time. Your parent who struggles with middle of the night waking. Your spouse who scrolls in bed until 1 a.m. Their bodies are not broken. Their evenings just need a different rhythm. You do not need medication. You do not need supplements. You need a hot bath, dim lights, and gratitude. Start tonight. Your deepest sleep is waiting.